Before this video starts, I just want to address the thumbnail of this video and that I'm sorry if it, offends anyone in any kind of way, but I figure if I can use something like that maybe draws more attention to get someone to watch this video to hear about something that needs attention to be brought to it, why not? No harm intended. Welcome to the video. Run the intro. So as you read in the title of this video, we are talking about lust in the gym. And by lust, we mean a kind of sexual desire in the mind. And we'll go through kind of what that means, how that comes about in especially a gym setting. But this is a topic that is absolutely a thing. It is probably a big thing that no one ever talks about. I've never seen anyone address this, and I am absolutely certain that it is a very prevalent thing. So I'm gonna do my best to try to combat this issue, topic, thing, whatever you want to call it, and talk about how we can overcome this or prevent it. So the gym can be a very sexualized environment between people tending to wear more revealing or skin-tight clothing, people doing exercises and movements that tend to accentuate the shape or musculature of their body. And what it can become sometimes is an environment full of a lot of temptations within your potential line of sight. Because you're in a position where, maybe in between sets or even during sets, you see an attractive person of the opposite sex doing an exercise that shows off their body a little bit, and you're potentially placed in a situation where you might fall into lustful thoughts based on that visual. Now, it's important to understand that within that environment, it's hard to prevent some sense of, wandering eyes. If you're just panning around the room in between sets and you catch a glance of something, that's not lust. But if you're intentionally looking across the room at someone's butt, for example, that's not right. Because A, that doesn't respect the dignity of the person, and B, no one should walk into the gym with fear of being sexualized. So how do we approach that? A couple different ways. Number one, if you find yourself in that situation, if you catch yourself doing that, make amends for it right there. Acknowledge your heart and offer up a prayer. And a good kind of prayer to offer up in this situation is a prayer of thanks. Saying something like, "Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful woman or this beautiful man in front of me who is full of dignity and who cares so much about their physical health." So for a lot of people in between sets, you don't really know what to do. So your eyes tend to wander, and that might end up putting you in that position where you are having those lustful thoughts, intentionally looking at people in that kind of way. So if that is your trap, if that is what's causing you to have those potentially lustful thoughts, my tips for in between sets, number one would be to watch the clock. Count your rest times, keep track of your rest time, watch the clock, don't look around the room. And generally I wouldn't recommend this, but if you are falling into that situation where your eyes just tend to wander, if looking at your phone is going to be a better option, by all means, look at your phone. It's like an unwritten rule of the gym that you shouldn't check your phone between sets, but if it's for the greater good of your soul and for the dignity of the other person, by all means. And number three, the biggest tip I can give is to grow closer to God and spend time in prayer. Because the closer you go to God, the more you can draw on that strength to not fall into those situations. Because lust and lustful thoughts are sinful and not good for us. And the closer that we bring ourselves to God, the easier it is to withhold ourselves from those temptations towards sin. And if that lust is something that you really tend to struggle with, pray for that every single day. Ask for that strength to not fall into that situation, and you continue to feel closer and stronger, to have a greater spiritual awareness, not to fall into those sinful habits. And come on, there's not much better for you overall than to spend time in prayer. So I just got a text from you guys cannot see me whatsoever. I just got a text from my girlfriend saying, literally complaining that she hasn't been in the vlog in a while, so I'm gonna go find her and put her in the vlog. You literally just complained about being in the vlog, so now you're in the vlog. Do you feel happy?
Yes.
In relation to the video I'm making, you both can contribute to this. Okay.
What are we doing?
The question is, Kelly Grant, you can get on this too. Come. The video I'm talking about, like lust in the gym, and looking at it from a guy's perspective, I know it's like a male issue of like checking out girls at the gym. Do you think this is also an issue for females?
Yeah, 100%. There's kind of a culture in like Catholic youths. Women don't deal with lust as much as men do, and I think that's a problem that is getting better and more recognition. Because like girls deal with that kind of stuff too. Yeah. You know, the more attention that it gets, then the better it can be for girls who do struggle with things like that.
Nice. Like I said before, I would say of those three things I said, prayer is the most important to help guard yourself from lust. Because having those sexual thoughts, having those lustful thoughts is sinful and hurts us deep down inside. So that's kind of how we approach it. Final thing I want to touch on is modesty of clothing in the gym. Now, I don't want to say that you are responsible for how other people look at you, like, but I will say keep modesty in mind. Like, it's just out of respect to yourself and to help other people out, because we know this is a real thing and we know a lot of people struggle with lust. Just dress modestly. I mean, really, it's not that hard to not wear such revealing clothes in the gym. Wear something comfortable, but wear something where you don't feel like you're walking around with people looking at you. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a topic that no one really talks about, and I hope I was able to address it in some way. Hopefully you got something out of this video. That's all we got. Hopefully I can continue to make videos about more of these kinds of topics to bring awareness to different things. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this, or if you have any other kinds of topics that you would want me to address. And of course, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, consider hitting that subscribe button down below, join the team. Hopefully continuing to put out cool content, maybe once or twice a week. That's all we got today. AMDG, always for the greater glory of God. Thank you all for watching. I don't know how many times I said that. See you in the next video.